seconds remaining.
Hello guys and welcome. Here we are with your best of 5. It's the second place decider match here. We've got an invited team, Just Error, as you can see on your screens, going up against Yellow Submarine, who made their way through the playoffs but were knocked down here by the Mud Golems last night. Joined by Peksu once more as we get to see an exciting new team. XVP players, got Sumail on there as well as Ramses, up against Yellow Submarine, who have looked pretty good. So we're not quite sure what to expect from this one, are we?
Have a lot of on and off.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Hello, Submarine.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, this is good. Submarine has shown some good Olsen.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, for sure. And Yellow Submarine being given one of their, favorite openers. We've seen a lot of this over the past couple of days. Snapfire, Drow Ranger to kick things off. Banning out Void IO, pretty classic. Spectre Phoenix gone in first phase from Just Error as well. And you're right, we haven't seen Just Error play. Apparently they've been scrimming a lot over the past couple of weeks, so they've probably got some experience as a squad under their belt before appearing here in their first tournament. But Yellow Submarine, they're a well-oiled machine, and we could see, up against Live to Win, they were able to step up to that aggressive kind of CIS style, just running at each other and finding fights. But against Mud Golems, they were also able to kind of slow themselves down a bit, weren't they?
10 seconds remaining. Dire team back.
Work for them. Have us.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
They don't really have Mars. Scouting.
Good point.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's a point well made. But even with all that scouting and with all that information, it seems like Just Error are kind of giving the favorite heroes to Yellow Submarine anyway. We're going to have Collapse Mars, we're going to have Yatoro Drow, Snapfire for Toronto Tokyo. Kind of interesting, though, that we're leaving these supports until the last picks for Yellow Submarine. They're just grabbing signature heroes left and right.
Remaining.
Vendor the plate snap.
5 seconds remaining.
Guess it as well. But yeah, it is a bit.
Radiant team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
And Snapfire as well, right? Scale into that.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I was just gonna say a bunch of ranged heroes to deal with Tombstone. Like, it feels like Undying after laning stage is not really gonna have a great time.
Can get to.
we'll see how they get that done. Triple melee heroes as well, so the Timbersaw ban from Just Era seeming important there. Undying, Clockwork, Lifestealer. As he's going to give you that Infest bomb with a Lifestealer occasionally, and he's maybe kind of irritating for heroes like Mars to deal with. But you've got Spear to take the Clockwork out of cogs. You've got Drow Ranger who buys Force Staff or Hurricane Pike. Swap is there for revenge. So these two potential support heroes, Clock and Undying, both going to have struggles. Now Enigma coming out for Just Era, about to give them a lot from that aura carrying, push heavy Enigma with the backup of the Black Hole in those team fights.
Dire team ban.
Sure, there's Venge. Kinda want this fine lane again.
Radiant team ban.
Can still play a place. So yeah, like Enigma, play some team fights. They were lacking a little bit.
10 seconds remaining.
Have some.
5 seconds remaining.
They don't do super. They have a way of starting.
Dire team ban.
That's gonna lack in. They're gonna lack on the.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah. And the initiation they do have, like once they do initiate, they're in. Like there's no way to kind of fall back and kite around. Once you go onto the Drow Ranger, for example, you are fully committed as Just Era, it looks like.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ember is still there.
Dire team pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
That helps. Like a little bit.
Seconds remaining.
It's kind of like a safe because wait, goes
5 seconds remaining.
there is like Yellow Submarine.
Choose your hero.
Ooh. Maybe learning a bit from Milan.
But he also played, Sobad also played. The game they won. He played well as well. I think as the Urge has a lot of value in this. Save.
Yeah, having double save as well, like Venge Swap and Disruption, and also having Drow Illusions if you are pushing up high ground, just popping the Disruption onto a Drow Ranger. All of a sudden, your push is amplified pretty nicely. And no one Enigma, Sumail Wind Ranger, Zayat's Clockwork, Ramsey's Lifestealer, and Solo Undying. Getting a little bit interesting here. I don't think I've ever seen no one play Enigma. I'm gonna say that right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, one day, yeah. One time mid lane.
Maybe play the mid lane. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Has been played. Probably someone. Probably have some kind of idea how to play this. It's obviously a
Prepare for
way
battle.
he's used. But Rams is back.
Surprise!
You'll have
I'm
to
at
do
least
better than that. You'll have to do better than that.
The only one surprised
Best in the world,
is the
maybe.
blankets clean.
The only one
surprised by this, is
Back at back.
Yeah, super exciting. Ramsey's lifestealer as well. Like this was a hero that he kind of became famous on. You know, with the scary faces that he was playing on before he moved out onto the bigger Russian and Ukrainian teams. Lifestealer for Ramsey's. See how he does. Paired up with Solo's Undying down bottom. And they'll be up against the Collapse Mars, his signature hero there. Toronto Tokyo, of course. That Snapfire with Sobat on the Shadow Demon.
30
I always want to call him Disruptor because of disruption. And my brain just like, hang on a second, that's not right. Vengeful Spirit for Miposhka, Drow Ranger for Yatoro, and then the remaining heroes over here on 404 is Vivi Zayat, as well as Sumail on the Clockwork Wind Ranger, respectively, and no one Enigma heading into that off lane.
Oh, well.
The battle begins.
Like always, like they're used. How is it gonna be with communicate? Can affect it.
Yeah.
They're all like really good. It might even be. So I rush on like. It's gonna be fine. Play mid, so kind of like fit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of interesting thinking about. I mean, maybe Sumail's had the time to learn a bit of Russian. You know, he's after kind of joining OG and then dipping. He's had a bit of free time. Might have been playing some European pubs. Yeah, get some Russian lessons in there. Because that's one of the things, like you think back to like LGD Int, like 4 years ago, 4 years ago? You know, when Black moved out there, you know, knowing Chinese and learning Chinese to kind of join an international Chinese squad and playing with a bunch of the other boys as well. No one already getting harassed pretty decently. Does deny one of his Eidolons. Here actually to get in on top of Miposhka. Vengeful Spirit back under her creep wave. And they're both fine. Drow Ranger struggling a little bit with last hits, you know, comparing to Lifestealer, but that's to be expected against an Enigma lane, right? You've got the deny and then the ability to actually deny creeps with your Eidolons.
Dying has to run base.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And Sobat was really pressuring Ramses there. Looks like a salve does get delivered out by Solo. Really good harassment coming from just level 1 Shadow Poison, giving Collapse that free lane as he's top of the CS now on the Mars. Something that Yellow Submarine, you know, they love to rely on is that basically position 1 Collapse Mars that comes out of the lane with, you know, real fast item timings, and then they shift farm priority back onto the Drow Ranger and the Snapfire to kind of get into, you know, their Manta or their E-Blade on Drow, and of course Aghanim Snapfire, something that we always expect to see.
No.
Already I have. Here's the thing that I've seen now, but I've been picking.
Yeah, no.
Does work. Have like low lifestealers.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Stay in the lane.
Yeah, and right now Solo is just chasing back the Shadow Demon as best he can. First blood, I've missed that one. Oopsie doopsie. Miposhka dropping up top. Zayats and no one there. Malefist Cogs, Battery Assault. Plenty of damage over time. Bringing something out.
Well,
Dire's structures are
girls are
fortified.
kind of topping the.
Yeah, super important. Oh, and now a kill. They disrupt him up. That cookie forward has really undone Zayatz's efforts. Double damager and just being grabbed refills the bottle, and Snapfire going to be really happy with that.
Tag 1 secure. Turn Tokyo. Ghost later.
Yeah, massive stuff, and bounty rune spawning now in 20 seconds. A little bit of time here for Toronto Tokyo to just push out that mid lane. It's level 3 power shot from Sumail though, so it's equally good for the Wind Ranger just to shove that out to go and control runes. Something both of them really need to do. As Undying yet again solos the walk back all the way to Fountain. So Ramses is being left alone in this bot lane. A little bit of a good thing as well with experience all going his way. But he is left there to his own devices against Shadow Demon Mars, who can apply that pressure if he sticks around too far forward on the lane especially.
Every coin helps.
So Ramses is getting the solo XP. Level 2, by level 3. Almost. Also have some stacks already.
And they're going to kill Zayats again, yeah. Multi-shots there from Yatoro.
Dire are scanning.
And yet again, the clockwork being punished as he steps too far forward. That jungle. Try and find... Yeah, there's even more stacks here. Yeah, you're right. Ancients and that large camp being built up by SD. And it's something Yellow Submarine love to do is 10 so minutes in. Well, let's go back a minute. Like, first they like to push this bottom tower when the Dire team, right? 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Then the 10-minute catapult comes and they pressure elsewhere on the map. And that's when Drow makes this kind of long shift into the triangle. And then they kind of just play in front of the triangle with 4 other heroes and Drow to farm. And that's why it's so important for them that Mars does get a good time, and they do start Disruption to Spear, catching out Ramses, Lifestealer down to half HP. Still a difficult kill for them to finish off. He does pop the open wounds, and he's got Rage to fall back on, so he's fine. While top lane diving under Yatoro's Drow, finding that beautiful POS1 pick-off as the rotation from Toronto Tokyo arrives and cookies into the cogs. And Snapfire trying to battle into Clockwork and Undying, but no one is still sticking around. They've got the Wave of Terror to reduce their armor, but they need some right clicks to actually do anything with it. And now Sumail comes in with a Shackle Shot. That's a great power shot as well. Toronto Tokyo's down, and the Focus Fire finds Miposhka. Good rotations coming in from 404.
It's a bit like what Yellow Submarine tells a lot. Like to do this.
Dire's top tower is under
Enemy
attack.
lane. Off lane is. It's kind of what they get to do. There or just comes there with the Veil and the solo, and it.
It's one of those things, we very often see in Dota as like matches develop or ideas of gameplay develop. People just start playing faster and faster, and they make these moves, unexpectedly, maybe 30 seconds before you really think it's gonna come from them. And I think you're right. That's like a very pointed move from 404, saying we know that you like to come to the opposite side of the map and push 8.5, 9 minutes in. We're going to do it at 7 minutes into your lane and then see how you react. They're getting under the skin of Yellow Submarine a little bit.
That play comes kind
Dire's
of
top tower is under attack.
when they're doing that move, react to it and this should be a free tower now.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Small advantage here by taking the tower already.
Yeah, nice bit of bonus gold there for them. Ramses just continues farming up at the top of the CS board. Phase Bracer, and I guess that glove is going to go omelet, but I don't know. Do you think Midas Lifestealer is still an option? And Ramsey says, nah. Oh, Stack's been contested. Eidolon's coming in. Zayat is here as well. Level 7 Enigma. Gotta be very wary of his positioning, but they just blow up the clockwork. The damage is insane, and now with the Snapfire Kisses, oh, they do power shot down Neposhka, and with that TP out very wisely from no one, escaping from all the lava. The Submarine, they guard their jungle, and a 1-for-1 trade feels pretty good for them.
They kind of have to try to hold this area best they can because they have not bottom tower, not even pressure in it. Right now they have to make sure it doesn't get to feed farming, otherwise they're just gonna have so small farming.
Yeah, it does look like they want to try and use the 10-minute catapult timings coming down a little now. Bringing numbers to this bottom lane, and Zayat, well, he's kind of trapped inside here now. He pops the cogs, but the arena comes. Drow Ranger should be able to finish him off with ease, while Ramsey's 10-1 charges might allow him to stick around and fight. But without the Enigma, without the Wind Ranger here, it doesn't feel like they've got the firepower to match up against what Yellow Submarine have brought.
Has here is a good Stack doesn't have
Radiant's bottom tower is
Stun into Gust. Can they kill him? Oh, the damage is enough. That is so nice. Stun into Gust so he can't rage, and then they wait to the last moment to spear him and finish him off with the right clicks of Drow.
very big play. They're gonna get pressure this tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But a DD from Sumail. It does wear off now, and the swap back saves collapse. And they've got the chase done yet again. Wind runs down, but the black hole's there. No one comes in with a sneaky maneuver and finds both of them, stopping that pressure onto the tier 1 tower. They're still chasing forward. They actually find the hook shot cogs onto the Drow Ranger. Unfortunately, the Wind Ranger wasn't able to close the gap enough, so Yatoro will actually get back into the triangle.
Get to defend the tower. Very good place from yours, but also reaction from. You have a.
What's Snapfire up to? And Scepter is about 1,500 gold away, stacking up some camps for herself. Wind Ranger returns back to that mid lane.
Invisibility. And it's up.
That I think.
Radiant are scared.
Add more tempo in the go. For that, I don't think.
Farm to that primary item. It's got to feel good as the Enigma for your first black hole to be 2 kills plus tower defense. Now he has mech, so the auras do start coming in for 404. He's top 3 net worth as well.
So nice when you have your first mech already. Getting that feeling. Arm.
No one's going to be super farmed. He's got jungle stacks and he's just clearing them out. Like Ramses is not anywhere near,
Radiant's
so he can't really do that. There's his armor, like mentioning. And Solo is lurking up there and bodyguarding, but he's TPing bottom. Black hole is still on cooldown for a minute.
Left this tower. The tower is really low right now.
They have Glyph.
On commit for the tower. No one is pretty tanky, so going for him.
Dire's top
Best
tower
option
is under
either.
attack.
They see Zayat, smoke pops. Neposhka thinking about swapping, just throws stun, but the tombstone comes. Solo runs forward and they hook shot Neposhka's Venge. trapping her inside the cogs, trying to break out of that cage. Can't get the job done though, and 404, they're the ones chasing back Yellow Submarine away from the tower. Great little shackle shot there. The Mars Arena missing the spear. No one's still trapped inside the Coliseum as they do launch the Mortimer's Kisses, but the mech and the Infest healing him back up just enough to stay alive. And now Collapse turned on, Cookie back, trying to escape from the grasps here of 404, and they do tap Ramses down to about half HP. Demonic Purge and Poison Stacks going, but he's got Rage and Armlet to toggle and pop if he needs be, but that's a great power shot snipe. Sumail finds him all the way in the back.
They're just making sure that they keep the tower alive on the error. They're gonna have a black ball for the next fight as well here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Fight they're trying to blow up no one there, but there was the mech heal. Investing as well. So they use basically everything. Thank you, with Ice Killer as well. And Soul Rip as well, like a lot of heals.
Hey, for sure is. We do have Snapfire ranks and 200 gold though, but you know, these kind of moves from 404, very similar to what Mud Golems were doing last night in that best of 5, right? It kind of seemed a bit scrappier and, you know, a little messier the way that they were defending this safe lane tier 1, which does finally fall. Oh, swap in mid, they catch the clockwork, and in comes the Drow Ranger, gonna pummel him with all the right-click damage she's got, and Zayat's a little too overzealous there with his positioning.
I guess it was. Yeah, like if this hold this tower when it's tower you have it very small for it allows just error the whole map. Top.
Dire's top
Error.
tower is under attack.
Game, so it's a pretty good draw game. Has this farm going like this eve. Again, I can see the work of it. Have this defensive pool, Lifestealer, Ranger, damage you can use add to that you can.
Yeah, it's great. Now up against a Wind Ranger, for example, being able to nuke her down with the blade active if you're not using it defensively. I think maybe a reason here that Sumail did swap from the MKB rush and got the BKB, which is completed now, 16 minutes in. Wind Ranger going to be impervious to pretty much all damage with a good shackle shot, catching out the hook shot misses. There's the Midnight Pulse. The Arena throwing in the kisses. They do land it nicely onto Solo, but that's the Pulse 5 Undying, who Soul Rips back up to half HP, and they found Collapse inside the cogs. Mars down in the chase, deep onto this tier 1 tower. Ramsey's going rampant onto the Drow Ranger, while Miponchka, they get a stun to the black hole. It's on the 2 in the back. It's really nicely placed, and they blow them all up. It's going to be a wipe here. Not losing a single soul. Just error, find them all.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That was very
Dire's middle tower is under
fight
attack.
because like two things. They want to go over here,
Dire's middle
then
tower
same
has
time
fallen.
they like quitting the fight. Problem is for Yellow Submarine. Very hard to kill, especially with all. And the fight is just like, oh, Submarine can fight right now. They're also tank. They kind of have to try to kite the best they can in these fights, but right now, if they lost the mid tower, have even. You can see how they're playing. Very, very like, kinda is.
Yeah.
And you can see they're kind of farming all black hole, so farm.
Yes, spreading that real wide. That comes back to that tier 1, right? Defending that times.
Yeah.
Because usually, you know, the Drow kind of wants to be in the area here in that triangle. the rest of the team are kind of down, you know, pushing in Radiant jungle into the bot lane and creating space for her. But the fact that then, you know, for mid defend this whole, you don't want to go to jungle as the dire team. As far as Ben and Drow want to move up into that top area because they're set. They're really place to be. Spit forward blast. They have to do speed. Add on to solo. Disruption. I don't know how to swap. For the Zion. He's trapped in a himself and he's burned up. Excited.
Fats in the fire. Too late.
Actually. Oh. They were only
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top
tower. Do you have blink on no black hole for 50?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Up that tier 1, trying to protect themselves. Maybe a 4-3 shackle got to land. But now the Radiant will respond to mid lane. That's where Drow Ranger can finally go top. Clear out wave or 2. But it's bounty route time. And look at the Radiant team running straight to these dire bounties. Get up into the dire triangle area. Solo very far forward. You can kind of
Radiant's
feel
bottom tower is under attack.
Yellow Submarine though, they don't particularly want to fight into this.
Here, this Castanic, Birthanic. I broke the park. Them to catch them.
Travis. Good. Also, it's the rage that killed off Poshka, immediately blew him up. Drow Ranger. Oh, but another good shot. One. Midnight Bolt just breaks the trees. It looks like Yatoro wander and limp back to base. Non-stop aggression is running at Yellow Sun, making sure that they never have a safe moment to sit back, gather their thoughts. Oh, they step forward to Mars. Again, it's solo. This is undying. He's solo. I don't have to go triple kills. Black hole from one. They catch the grandma and the oh, good blade. Actually, for a second or two, maybe this one with a flop. Save the day. The chain on continue now as the BKD from Wind Range will have some safety spots. Into the Ranger and before real their way do have to wants to keep going for this. Blinks forward, gets a good God Rebuke, doesn't land the spear. We're trying to spear backwards, then misses the fourth spear as Wind Ranger. Oh, multi-shot on the spear. They're going to catch. Oh, not quite. But the God's Rebuke will take it.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They though, Roshan on the front line, and this E-Blade really paying off. And Spirit kept in the pit woman. Give a killing spree to the lifestealer.
But get the rope.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Power Ranger like that, the thing another way. They have a 2-2. They also have not enough action. Oh, right. Like them to fight more. True. Ramses has a lot of items to be tanky, but didn't really burst anyone so fast with Halberd. It can really tank. It makes it hard to be as awful with Halberd, but it doesn't. You don't really burst anything right away. Maybe it's better. Just gonna die like right away for you.
So then it comes to, you know, this MKB gonna be real important for them. Try and get all that damage in a short space of time. No one working as BKB with 30 seconds left on the black hole cooldown. Feels like 404 probably going to be trying to aim for a fire around and do have vision. Actually, and that gobble spitting the Mars in, just finding a pick of Zayat's tanks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm gonna defend this tower. This look a little hard to defend. With ages. They somehow can throw the
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
All zeros and can deal with action. High ground here.
Yeah, taking the outpost. They're still shooting forward. Feels like 4 need well black because the spread out from Yellow Submarine's really. They're not clumping more than 2 heroes. They're drop the Drow Ranger.
Dire's middle tower
damage.
is under attack.
That tier 3 without committing any.
Of course, back so.
Bounty.
Have a just get them. One kill stand. Try take this 8.
Smoke, yeah.
Wait. Starting to do it. That. Very good, but very hard to bring down.
And the Arcana in bottled as well. As Yellow Submarine coming over the castle.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The last second you'll be able to do now.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Kill the ghost. He's actually running aggressively moving in towards the Drow. Tombstones drop. Metal being focused inside the box as they do tackle Shutter up and disrupt to stay. Think upon die anyways. Trapped here, able to swap back himself under the one's grasp and turns with a gust. Still has stage and really battling over the go and Gordon heal the spread. This is on. Closes the with a good spear. And the one best kid is going here in front of all pro. Oh, horror. He's got E-Blade to save, trying to run away, disruption and get in time. More and more time for you to cookie and all. Cool shot. In so Mayor, beautifully done. The big battle. So Alice lost the Drow. It looks like collapse. He's way too deep. Yeah, you DD rune, but that's back by Savior actually. He's still getting slapped by poison. The die back from him and Collapse doesn't find the clockwork attack. Jump into his demise. 404 coming out on top in that. Yellow Submarine using everything they've got, even the agents, but this wasn't enough to stand up this raw tankiness.
Yeah, it was like it should. There might be else. They were.
Oh, shot home. Work. Yeah, he's all in fountain.
Probably kill no one. Don't fight for it. I just want to go getting. They're trying. It's very hard to halberd other harder items. It has a lot of damage.
When this pull-up spits out hands on you, you can feel the muscle in one's body all this up because you're just expecting Mars to land on your head or something. Real threat of surprise initiation from the Grandma. Cheer. Can you try and come out? I think themselves telescope on the Shadow Demon. Paladins look your Drow all over on the agent. Nice little quiver there for the Wind Raider. Spinning them forward, they do catch the dying. Okay, they're immediately. They've got more for kisses. Solo again, so tapping himself back up and helps with the And Yellow Submarine trying to pick the hook shot, sliding in from right hand side. Zion has to get target. Disrupted, saved, just delaying inevitable death of Mimposh. 11 deaths now from this Vengeful Spirit.
Hard, not even a... No, I'm dying, bro.
Flares here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, now Medallion on solo as well. Help them take that next Roshan. About 50 seconds to stow down.
Dire's middle tower is under
Tier
attack.
2. Still pressure.
Radiant's top
Spit out,
tower
just
is
range
under
people there.
attack.
Forwards, clear the creep wave. Sharp doing some good damage. Those ground illusions. Still has to be very wary. He can frontline, but he can't frontline forever.
It's off.
Radiant are scanning.
They have a really good ward, so I think fighter.
Dire are scanning.
His ward was there and he gets removed immediately.
I'll
It's
take
like
that.
with the scan,
Regeneration.
I also know the retreat is double damage rune. Oh, Headlong is going to Drow Ranger is going to grab it.
Do it with flair.
Should have a maybe blink black hole in a second though. No, and just finish off some. Well, hell, power cooks in front of his nose, but power rune will get him multi for it. Smoke Yellow Submarine. They've got everything ready. They're all grouped up mid. It feels like they want to go and make a move somewhere, but on lane pushing into that mid lane because they're all going to be shacked out by the raid. Oh, it's pulled.
Yeah. Front 4 is gonna... Down here.
Into they go and collapse. Pinged out. Great hook shot. For the Mars, it does spear him back. From Yellow Submarine, please don't leave collapse and die. They're going to try again. An active set.
Tower is under attack.
Trying to go to the secondary. Just.
Incoming.
Feels like a dominant position now for 404 though. They've got the entire Russian area cut. It takes to top lane. Gonna cut down to boots and travel for Grandma.
Kind of dead.
Still holding onto the staircase.
Dire's top tower is under
Waiting
attack.
Yellow Submarine to try and make that wraparound play, which they love so much. Knowing
Radiant's
the initiation
bottom
coming out
tower is
from
under
the spits out of the Mars,
Dire's
poke into the
top
back,
tower
and
is
you're really finding the wind range especially catch them before the beat.
Double
There is that smoke as Rodan respawn.
Dire are scanning.
For so 5 seconds into the Rodan.
Flares here.
Dire scanned it though. I know this is going on. This is going to be that round. Spraying love so much, but Mars is a million miles. Mars is shot lane. It's down to 3. They've done a go. Soul catcher on the right. Holy shit! Zayat Aegis and the rage with the beak win. The safety there. The right damage from the drown. That is just how to come Cole so no one stop immediately. Ramsey still at it. Yellow Submarine, the DPS finally survives it.
Here, ruin.
Yeah, I was watching that.
So that damage DD. Wow. I think that will be it. Attacks. Make them
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
range.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Attention. Probably also that's a big game.
Radiant's middle
Still
tower
have,
has fallen.
Yeah, he needs to keep Spirit in the black ball, but Koshka's positioning has either been very far forward or very far back. You know, he's been the vanguard, the front liner of this squad, or he's been the one waiting for that play. We'll go now. Look at Stay coming up for the now. It's interesting. I guess shackle shot is the mouth a little bit annoying. Is there something else you should be losing off here? There's like no ads or anything, right?
The shackle shot can be later on. There's half wall. Best item, but I still it should be as big.
Boom! There it goes.
Yeah, it used to be like ridiculous expensive for what it gives you.
Radiant's top tower.
When you know that, you know, Wolfling no longer buys first item Lincolns, the items be bad.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
Sorry,
fortified.
thank you. All this kind of make able to just fight the
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I think Submarine can kind of really fight if they
Every coin helps.
draw just gets or
Just stand your ground and pretend you're a tower.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, let's into the connection of all that's full. Let's get he's up against the side. The goal is up now. They burnt alive. In the side and death. Okay, but another poke shield with blocks and run away. They kill off the lifestealer as well. Tier 2.
Dire's structures
Right,
are
as the
fortified.
defense just not coming Radiant. Well, this might actually be a high.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's the buyback.
scared, but they have a saving it back. You can go for it. Not the worst thing for them as well. Time to kind of farm off the map, but they're not really powerful. So after as well, nice to draw later on the game. Yeah, even go this. Feel like
Dire are scanning.
well, it's not only draw, right? But there's a lot of have against this light here that.
I've just realised your turret, his name, Mode, Ramses 2015.
Yeah, I started.
A bit of respect there. His idol is on that life dealer position and carry. Tier 4 items now. Got this game is flying by. Flicker for now. And then again.
Radiant's bottom
Keeps that
tower
one.
is under attack.
Looks like she's throwing it over the
Double damage!
personal smoke machine is always annoying.
Radiant's bottom tower
Fair.
is under attack.
Into that clockwork. Feels like 404 sling a little bit to get out across the map, across that river again. Freely just like bottom lane shove it. He's got Blink Dagger and TP Scroll. Where he's going to be so bad, but he blinks left. Oh, he's hitting very nicely here.
On a spell for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Now
attack.
draw ranger. All the stuff that comes there now. Anything. Yeah, spell for items full. Double.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that 20 strength, you know, putting him close to 3,000 HP. It's funny, Ranger 3.5 grand. Looking incredible.
At least
least Feast does, does that percentage.
Yeah, that is true. It's like really hard for them to... Also more the position, like difficult for them to ever draw and they have the capital. For me, how do they fight right now?
And then Grandma scaling as well, like MKB's already done. Sticking out BKB Toronto Tokyo off likes to go for. Just going MKB daedalus.
Slayer has to kind of like vengeful and keep might allow get some sort of
Radiant are scanning.
there's a lot of ways that Thor has to fight, you know. Yellow's training, like they have a way of taking the fight all their like starting the fight and ways starting the fight.
Back into position. Gem and Shadow Demon going to be dewarding as best he can all across this area, but there is a vision coming here from the Radiant team.
Enigma now, that might be the item that can...
Spit forward. The cat Ramses again. Good shot. So Ramses can't turn and fire. This is one to him. And he goes no one. The two-man black hole, and there's no spot, no answer, nothing. Really mitigate this is to catch the drow at Zoro. Still full in the midst of it all. And Miposhka, all that he doesn't succeed. A double kill for Solo. Windring's hunting, looking for Toronto Tokyo. Oh, can we get the shackle shot in time? The answer TP. Grandma gave up on that. Trying maybe cooking away, but I don't know if it's going to work out. The damage is substantial as Solo amping it up. That little Sumail going for a really nice backstab there as the high ground push comes. Double catapult wave is in the mid lane.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen. Dyer's middle barracks.
No one gets that black hole, but it's like Slayer doing a bunch of like work on that one.
Dyer's middle barracks has fallen.
And the
Dyer's middle
out of the fight. And
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
And him kind of
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I don't know if he was able. I don't think.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Put it on
attack.
the lock stealer.
Okay. Then yeah. Now it's a bit harder again for Yellow to take the fight. Yes, that's true.
Oh, what are you going to do? Double swap? Try and cast both bolts on the Enigma, maybe. Roche has respawned. Pretty quick one. Ending two, new mental buybacks there. Yotaro and the Tokyo box. Going to return.
Can I get Roche? 404. They can just kind of wait for black hole. As long as they make sure that Ape and with the black hole and
I thought Sol had a blink dagger there for a second, but he just used the flicker cooldown. Walked into the roach pit, flickers. Cute little item. I love flicker. And yeah, 404 just.
Dyer are scanning.
Scan. Solo's in a position there where the scan clips him. So maybe thinking, yeah, they tear it in the pit, but there's no one around. Bottom lane is becoming a bit of a problem, moving in towards that tier 2. Top lane also trending towards the base. And it's a never-ending struggle to keep pushing out the mid lane. The Grand has to stay here as they wait for the Roshan fight to kick off, and this gives the Radiant more time just to spread out and farm jungle camps.
hard for you. You have to kind of try to just take the fight first.
All up here. Now there's a two-step up here. Land straight line from Zayas, landing the bed. Buyback there. The kisses will take out the clockwork here. But Zayas has a buyback. Enigma BKB there. Get into battle and initiate a little sooner. Puts himself above the ninja gear. Bubble up. Thinking about spitting forward, but in fact, full retreat from Yellow Submarine as Roshan now looks like BB for 4-4. kind of move, going to try and unsettle your opponents as they get preparing for the Roshan defense, but it's also too late. Now Aghanim Scepter's up on the win range. You've got Aegis Cheese in there. It's really difficulties compound now for Submarine.
I guess I can get faster.
I think that double win run, super. And even if the MKB on the Grandma can still get away from that Drow Ranger quite nicely. Blink on clockwork. It really is, like you're saying, his job just to jump onto the Shadow Demon and the Venom, isn't it?
It's one of the Yellow Submarine wing fights. If he gets off the Black Hole out, or the Lion. So they can stop either one of them, it can kind of win the fight.
No one keeps using Ninja Gear, hiding himself from any potential vision. He's got 5,000 gold saved. This Enigma could put a pressure orb in the next team fight. Can't leave before I fall out well. The expend to at Zaya. Good cheese at the top, and he does turn to fight. Also, overclock me, so he looks out the shot, thinking about re-engaging the forward and shack shot at. Oh, a swap. Save on the Foshka with that secondary hook shot. Trapping the Canadian in the Cubs killed off both boards, it looked like. Quick back on 10. Open with a blink away. Does a see. Really well timed there. The Shaman to act. Dip out of danger, but the pressure's still on. We've got two lanes already getting up on high ground.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Like armor and like not these
He popped the lanes open with a pistol blade, the hook shot. Now no one. The back of BAB, Nile. Yatsuro dragged it down for 2 minutes. Oh, salty, yeah, you back up cooldown. Where's the doubt coming from? Collapse. He's made the move. Doesn't know how to follow up with him. Can't really do too much. He's got more kiss. Yes, trips through Zion now, but Ramsey's allowed to re-initiate. Force all these Yellow Submarine heroes back to the fountain. The kisses land. In on Sumail, no BE, but we'll run off to the left-hand side. We'll get a safety and a Lincoln pop. That magic missile up to connect. Bit forward a creep. Good little connection there onto 2, but Neposhka needs the save again from poor little Spirit. This time does have the to Tokyo. No, God, well, straight on through. Good one back again. Zayas this time just before the but shot again is open. What wonders with Zayas as the game looks to be rounded out there with or trying to close it out with final lane of barracks lane. Submarine holding buyback on bars, now expend ground depth for 50, means even with all of its lockdown teamfight capabilities, they are lacking damage. Bars Arena, great drop on Sumail, that's a good start now. We've also been looking to defend this base with all they've got. Moshka gets back, and the point is stacking up now. Solo and Ramsey's front lining and trying to battle this melee barrack and get dying, but sail at him, both buyback. Return with booster triples. And Mega Crews are coming. Ramsey does lose Aegis, but it's all worthwhile. It's 404. Systematically destroying this entire base.
Megas now though. Buybacks used though. They have to be here now.
There's only one tier 4 left, and it's bagged there. 680 remaining.
Just 3 buybacks to do, so might just take it. The only way they can reduce kind of dying now without buybacks and kind of
Yeah, we can see Drow Ranger needs to buy Aghanim Scepter, has that queued up now. And all his waves arriving. Grandma has the multi-shot, little shredder. That can help out nicely. And they're doing some job dealing with these mega creeps. But Paul's ready again with Refresher Orb, BKB, looking I think the one's pretty ready to press its buttons. Drow Shadow. A reveal there for 404. Do know that ground they Lincoln's on Wind Ranger, and now they jump in. No what? The black hole not to. But let's have that refresher of power. Top the spike kicks off, and then up the two-man black hole now in on the Shadow Demon Anthem. So no final team there. Arena comes down. Oh, no one is sliced off by the spear. The trouble being, and the rest of 404 all have to retreat now. It's Yellow Submarine had a couple of buybacks and with Undying and Enigma all dead. I mean, Yellow Submarine have actually successfully defended their base.
Nope, that's all. Titan. The waster. Starting the fire of that as well.
Regeneration. Every coin helps.
Actually, getting a rape. That is gonna damage in the although the game is like kind of on like Yellow Submarine kind of depend
Indefinitely, yeah.
and if they win the fight, they definitely put. Still see a chance for kind of take this game. Is a British 5% chance. The items they have. They actually just want to do this.
Radiant structures
They're going in.
Fortified.
30 seconds left for two supports on 404 to respawn.
There is no black hole, so they should know this. When it was top, have black hole, maximum 1.
So it doesn't really offer a massive threat. Well, they'll leave the tier 3 on less than 100 HP.
Nah, it's just the left.
Revenge is... Very true. Fast spawn on Roshan in 10 seconds. Solo scouting. Full Drodo courier. Got a little fishy in his mouth. And Wind Ranger going to TP up top, and this is where 404 can actually get back into that fighting position, posturing to end the game. Clockwork even going to join her up there. Being to the outpost. And now Enigma has the double black hole back again, right? It's enough time for 404 to get all that cooldowns back up. A lot of gold being saved here on Ramses. But I guess everyone's going to be aiming for kind of buyback, boots of travel kind of plays. Oh, Roshan, that is a speedy respawn. Yellow Submarine are ready though. Already smoking, drawing that line to angle across towards the pit. No one's positioning here, going to be vital for 404. As is Zayats. DD Rune on Wind Ranger going to last another 10 seconds or so. And the fight kicking off. Where they jump in, they spit the Mars forward, Arena there, and they do catch Solo. Down to half HP, but the Abyssal Blade from Ramses. He's being shredded though. The lifesteal has nearly fallen. Now the Wind Ranger deciding, do I go forward? Do I go back? Do I run away? Oh, the base of the throne. They need to glyph it up. Vexu, you're right. They need to come back and defend. Grandma with a multi-shot. Okay, they've cleared the wave. But now how does the fight continue? The blink, the jump in. They do catch the Drow Ranger. She's been left alone. E-Blade herself, the Lincoln's pop. But surprise, surprise, Ramses said, I'm here.
Courier has been killed.
Problem, like even though they feel like they're stronger in the fight, you can see Ramses really. Megas are they can't really never leave more than like 20 to 30 seconds. Whenever they leave longer than that, the planes are gonna on their base already. Problem play Megas.
Yeah, they need some way to, push all the lanes kind of to the river and then, go down mid somehow. Now you're looking at Aegis Lifestealer again. Refresher shard on the
They have to
Undying.
use glyph as well. They don't have glyphs, so this could like some kind of
Just hit throne and end.
draw has no buyback. They don't.
On this pot, BKB black holes there. They catch the Grandma, the disruption and the swap cancelling it out. The refresher all, but in we come again. Round 2 for Toronto Tokyo to fall for 2 minutes. Collapse has his arena up, but he's being annihilated within it. Solo and no one chasing forward, and the throne is falling. Game 1 got away at 4:04.
Quite a nice starting game, I would say. Well played from